So hi! Today going to be the first video. Hopefully I can do more of these, but it takes so long to set things up just because it was hard to find the right spot with the right light. So hopefully this is not too dark. So today I'll be doing this jointed hand review. So these ones are out. I'll start with Ringdoll. I don't know if they released like a new version or something. I don't think so. And they were on my doll for maybe a short period of time because they're not the best as far as posing goes, I guess. So this hand is wired, and even though it is wired, it doesn't really do much because once you wire and you bend it, it should stay, but the joints come out. So as you can see here, it doesn't really stay very well, and inside is very thin, so it's very hard to wire to begin with. So let's see if it holds. It's probably gonna hold, but maybe not even that. No, it doesn't. And it's wired. It's wired and it's blush, so the sealer holds a bit more as well, but no. It's for their grown series, so 72, I think, and they're fine. I mean, like they fit, but they don't really give you, a nice pose. Like you can't really pose them very well. At least I haven't managed to. So I actually think maybe this is gonna, I don't know if the elastic, maybe change the elastic, it would be firmer. But it has a problem with fingers going all over the place very easily, although it's wired. And it's not firm, the thumb is not firm, it doesn't have a lot of range, so you can't hold anything. I would not recommend it. They're not jointed hands are prettier than look better and annoy you less than these ones. I'm pretty sure this is a Dollzone. I bought it ages ago, but not from DOA. It's wired, that's why it holds. I like them because they are easy to wire, they're quite big inside. Obviously, being a smaller hand, it's harder to hold my finger, maybe the little one. It has the same issue with the thumb, the way the hand is, at least this one. It really has an issue with holding things. You hold like this, but not the other way around. Details. I'm pretty sure it's Dollzone because of the details of like the veins, and they're very similar to the other one. Even though it's wired, it kind of goes everywhere as well. I know, sometimes Kieran is like this. This is the same as the same one as Kieran has, just the Dollzone but 70. This one, I don't know why, but it doesn't stay, like doesn't pose as well as Kieran's, maybe because it's not blushed. Because the finger is a bit bigger, well, they're a lot bigger than the other one, they hold quite well. You have to remember I'm wearing gloves, so it would slide quite easily from it. But it stays. I quite like this one, but they are quite big. But as you can see, it's very, very long. The fingers in comparison. It's a very big hand. This one is, I bought recently, is a Resinsoul. And this one, it's hard to see because it's white, it's like paper white. This one is not wired. Maybe I'll put, that's why the fingers kind of do that whenever you touch them. So this one is not wired. You know what? I quite like them. They're very thin. This is SD, so obviously it's gonna be smaller than my dolls. But I have to say they're not bad. I wired the other one, so this one is wired. So it poses well when it's wired. And he holds, even though it's I'll try my little finger. He holds quite well. I took a photo of me holding, like them holding my hand without the glove. So obviously with the glove it kind of slides, but it poses nicely. I like it. They are, for the price, they are very cheap compared to other hands. They are under $50. So they're quite good. But I don't know, they're larger, like SD17 size. They're thin, but I think they're not that detailed. But I think it's because they are SDs. So, but yeah, the wired one is really, really good. I tried to remove his hand from his body, but it's quite hard. So I'm gonna review it while attached to him. So Laken's hands are Doll Legend hands, 470 centimeters. They've got all sizes, I'm pretty sure. And these are by far my favorite hands. Of course they are wired here. I don't have one that is not. And they pose really nicely and they're very natural. They're not very wide. The wrist is kind of wide, especially for like a Laken's body, which is like an old doll shape. But I just love these hands so much. They are very detailed. Of course, these are blushed. So as you can see, you've got veins, and it's detailed inside of the hand as well. And the best thing about these hands is this thumb joint. So it has an extra joint here for the thumb. And it does help to pose, hold, and do all sort of things. So I'm gonna show you that it holds, but obviously I'm not gonna take the hand out of him because it's so tight. They are, like I said, by far my favorite ones. Size wise, they are narrower than some of them, but they're very good proportion for 70. Let's compare like with Ringdoll. They're smaller than, of course, smaller than Dollzone because Dollzone is so huge. And compared to like SD size, they do make SDs though, so you can get SD size with the thumb joint, and I'm pretty sure you can get an MSD, but I don't think the MSD has thumb joint. I mean, when I say thumb joint, I mean the extra one, right? That allows you to do this. Obviously, it doesn't look very pretty, but if you want to hold something, it does help. I say holds, I'm gonna give him this, he's not gonna hold. No. Upside down, he does. Anyway. So, I'm kind of 50-50 on these. They fit well, and the size is quite good. The wrist is nice for Ringdoll. I think the wrist is a little thicker than Doll Legend. So this is like the usual Ringdoll hand, the one that is not jointed. And as you can see, it's a lot thicker, but it doesn't look too weird, I don't think. I think it looks fine. I don't know if it bothers other people, but it doesn't bother me. It gives a lot of movement, to be honest, so that's good. At least on this body. My issue with these hands is that it's too flat. As you can see, it's a flat hand. Right? It doesn't have a lot of it doesn't do like a lot of natural poses. It always looks kind of like this because it doesn't have a curve here in the thumb that you see in so many other hands. Like if you get the Dollzone one, you can see here it has like this curve for the thumb, like the hand like usually has, you know, like this. And so that's a problem. So it looks very flat. The thumbs are very annoying as well. This hand is wired. They're both wired, of course. But it doesn't hold anything because it's too flat. There's no like room for it to hold, and the thumb obviously it's in the way because it doesn't have a curve to hold it, so it doesn't hold anything. Aesthetically speaking, they're quite nice. I'm gonna zoom in. So there's veins and everything. It's not too bad, but the flat thing, that's why I'm iffy about it. And the joints are designed weirdly. They're not weird, I mean they're very just round. which makes them, the fingers just go like whatever. They do whatever they like. And like I say, it's wired, but it goes everywhere, you know. So usually that's how this hand is, if you don't pay attention, which is very disconcerting. These are spirit doll hands, and it's on a spirit doll body, so obviously it fits kind of like the wrist is perfect. It doesn't really go down a lot, and it doesn't go up a lot, and it doesn't move to the sides, and even if it does move, it doesn't stay. They are now blushed. Very cool. They are now blushed, but they are wired. They are very, very pretty looking. At least if you like veins, it has a lot of it. Okay, there you go. So, very veiny. There's only one issue with them. Aesthetically, there's a lot of other issues. Is the thumb. The thumb looks so off. Like the thumb is too big, too small for the joint. Don't know if you can see. See the gap? So it is a bit weird. And even on the inside, it just looks, it doesn't really look nice. Look like it doesn't fit, like it's not supposed to be like that at all. I never used it on the body, so I really can't tell. There's always been, I bought together with the body, so I never really took them off and try on another one. The wrist is thin. I'm guessing it would be good for an CD17 or a larger one that has thin wrist, because it is thin. It reminds me a bit like it's thinner even than the Ringdoll, which is quite thin. But they are large, so you wouldn't be able to put on a smaller doll, I don't think. If you compare to the size of an SD, they're quite big. Like I said, they're pretty. They don't really hold. The thumb is a bit useless. This part's fine and it looks nice. Like this, like I said, it's very pretty. They're pretty hands, but the thumb is a bit useless, I suppose. And this, you can't rely on it to hold anything. Very flat here, and like the hand is like this rather than, you know, relaxed like this. I like them, but they're not my favorite. The good thing is, like, they don't really go crazy fingers. It's very rare. So, like, even if you force them, they don't go weird. They do this though, like sometimes the joint just pops out and it twists, but it's rare. It's one of those hands that you can't take a photo without worrying too much that's gonna be odd. So these are spirit doll ones. This is the NS, so it doesn't come in different tones. I think it only comes in NS, YS, and tan. They don't have like a pink and a yellow tone. It is a more creamy, not yellow, it's a more creamy one. And if you try and compare, this is Dollzone pink. So it's not too yellow. It's good, but it's quite expensive. It's on the pricey side, so why, you know? So Hayaki's on an old Soom body, and his hands are also Soom. And as you know, I'm trying to figure out what the camera is. And as you know, Soom is like one of the most popular hands, and I think they were the first ones, I don't know, as far as I remember. They are SD, right? SD17, I suppose. So they are smaller than other ones. So I wouldn't recommend for anything bigger than 65. Because then it would look weird. The wrist will probably fit, but it wouldn't look good, like proportional or anything. I love these hands, and they're very popular because they're very good. They hold well. His hand's not gonna hold because like the wiring is really old and needs to be rewired. They pose nicely. They have like the curve here for the thumb. So they're very cute. Never thought that. They're very round. Most hands are very pointy, which I don't understand why. They're all pointy, like the nails are too big even for men. But Soom is not. It's perfect. Like the hand is quite manly. It's not delicate. I wouldn't recommend if you have a delicate doll. For example, a Dolce, you know, they kind of have a delicate, I don't know. At least Legan is delicate, so I don't know. They pose really well. They do everything you want. And you can see he's always... They have a lot of range here on the wrist. Like, they go all the way back because it's a ball here, you can adjust to the size quite well as well. Like here you can do that. The fingers, he's wired obviously. The fingers don't do anything weird ever. You can move them around. You have to really force yourself to if you want them to get all bizarre. So yeah, they're pretty good. He's on a Soom, what's it called? Not the lighter brown that they have, tawny, right? And he has very, very, very blushed doll family hands. So it looks a lot more yellow than it is in person. So these are for SD. They are on a small side. So they're not wired. So obviously you can't really do much with them. They're small for this body. I think they would suit like an SD, because they are SD. He's an SD17, so of course they are too small. I just got them, so I'm not sure. I haven't played enough to talk a lot about them. But the first time I got a doll family one was by mistake. So I bought it and they sent the wrong one. I thought I was buying Doll Legend, but it wasn't. These ones came. Not these ones, but it was Doll Family. And I actually was surprised, it was good. I like them. These are not, like I said, these are not wired, so they probably don't look that good. And they look kind of small for this body. They're not very detailed. They're quite, like, they don't have veins or anything. I like them. I think they're very cute. But like I said, they're on the small side. Next to like a 71. These are small. And next to Resinsoul. Resinsoul, like I said, is even smaller. It's thinner and a very small hand. Like I said, I haven't played. They seem to be fine. Like, I mean, they're not wired, so they're holding pretty well. I mean, they don't hold anything. Maybe they would. They seem quite firm. So here is Annie, and as you can see, the resin doesn't match because these are yellow. I think if it was pink, it would be too pink. So he's wearing Doll Family 70, and they're not wired. That's why they're snapping. But for a hand that is not wired, it holds quite well. Maybe I'm being too... because this is heavy, right? Maybe I'm expecting too much from it. Come on, you can do it. No, it's not gonna do it. They are bigger than Doll Legend. And I don't know, they're wider, I think. They're wider, they don't have the thumb, which is why I was upset when this one came. But they are pretty, they're pretty hands. Has a lot of range. Here, it goes far back and it doesn't go forward really. But obviously this is a Ringdoll body, so you know, it might have more movement than another one, but I'm very happy the way it is. It has like that curve, you know, that makes it nice and more natural. Has a lot of curve here. The fingers go way back like this, so it feels like he's a bit double jointed on the fingers. But you know, I'm forcing them back, but this is how far they go. But you can like just leave it natural, and it's fine. And like I said, these are not wired, which is why I can't really pose any all the way. But they blush, so they hold slightly better. I think they're very natural. They're very natural looking. And I'm very happy with them. And like I mentioned before when I was showing cyan ones, they come in yellow, normal yellow, pink yellow, I think they're up in white. I don't know if they're white, is paper white or not, like Resinsoul. I'm not sure. I think they'll be very good when they are wired. Yeah, they're very detailed and everything. And these are all the hands that I have from different companies. So I think the most natural one is Doll Legend and Soom. Then I would go with Doll Family and Dollzone following. And they all wire quite easily. My favorite is Doll Legend and Soom. And they are my favorite just because, well, Soom has very cute fingers. And I think the hand looks quite manly and I like it. And I like just because of the extra thumb joint and it's big and I like big hands. If you want a specific doll, I can tell you whether or not it would match. That's a very difficult question because once I decide what body goes, I don't really switch anymore. It all depends on the wrist. One thing that you need to remember is the S-hook, that sometimes they're different. Like Ringdoll S-hook has this, it's quite long, so you won't fit some bodies. I don't think if it's like Soom because of the way the hole is inside. The ones that are kind of round, very round, like this. See? If you get like these ones, they don't work with everybody, so you have to be careful with that. Yeah, let's see. Let's try and make a fist. It's so easy when they're not in the body. I mean like this, right? With the thumb out. Dollzone fist. It's pretty good, right? Dollzone fist. So Dollzone is a pass. Ringdoll. I know I'm using one hand with our glove. No, not really. I'm even trying here, but this is not fist, is it? No. So Ringdoll is a fail. This is a Dollzone as well. It's wired weird, so I don't think it would work. And more or less, the thumb doesn't really go that far, I don't think, because it's small. I don't know. Maybe a pass. Resinsoul. Again, is an SD, so the thumb it goes a bit odd. So it's not really, it's like doing like this. It doesn't close the thumb. But I suppose it could more or less. This is Doll Family, and it is an SD, but it does make a fist, as you can see. So it's a pass for Doll Family. Dika has that issue with the hand being too flat, so the thumb doesn't go all the way. So, that's alright. This is Doll Legend. And the fingers go really like close, so yeah, so it has that extra thumb joint, so it makes proper fist. It's really good. There's a pass. I'm pretty sure this one, Spirit Doll, is not gonna do it. Is it? Oh, it kinda did. Kinda did. The thumb again is the problem in most hands, right? And the 70 centimeters Doll Family does make a fist quite well. And the last one is Soom, which would probably do it. Because the tip is not there. Because the thumb is not wired. Because they pulled it out, so. But it does. So most of them are pass, so that's a pass, that's a pass, pass, pass. Pass. No, that's a fail probably. This I think is a fail, right? This is not really a fist. I wish it could, but if you can see the joint here, it won't allow you to move the thumb that way. so it doesn't pass. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll try and make more videos. If you have any requests, let me know. So I hope that helped you. And my fist, I can make fist.